and welcome. My name is Brian Caplen, editor of The Banker. This is our pre-Sibos video. Sibos this year is in Dubai, so we asked Melissa Hancock, our Middle East editor, to write about the transactions business in the Middle East. And Melissa, I think you concluded that Dubai will be the hub for the transactions business in the Middle East. Why do you think that Dubai has developed in this way?
Okay, so Dubai's emerged as the GTS banking hub within the MENA region, principally because of its strategic geographical location between Asia and Europe. It's situated between East and West, and it's always been a big trading hub. But in the last sort of 5 years, it's really gathered momentum as a retrading hub. There's a lot of trade coming from Asia that's passing through Dubai and being re-exported into Africa and Europe. So a lot of...
So the banks have really followed that business, have they?
Yeah, there's huge trade taking place out of Dubai, and the banks are servicing that. And also a lot of, Dubai's really, gained momentum as a banking, not just a banking hub, but a business hub. It's got, it's got 20 free zones. It now operates...
20 free zones?
20 free zones, yeah, which offer, virtually no tax. It's got a very business-friendly environment. It's very easy to set up a business there, and a lot of the banks are servicing these businesses. There's a lot of businesses that are setting up and trading out of Dubai. So you've got DP World as the third largest ports operator now in the world. So it's natural for them to follow that business. There's huge trade taking place. And
is it mostly UAE banks, United Arab Emirates banks that are doing this, or is it foreign banks bringing in foreign expertise, or a mixture of the two?
It was mainly the international banks that were the first on the scene. They've been there for the last 10 years, and they're very sophisticated, like the likes of Deutsche Bank and JP Morgan, Standard Chartered. They've got huge GTS banking businesses that they operate out of Asia. So it's very easy for them to roll this out in the Middle East as well. But in the last 3 to 5 years, the local banks have started to take a bigger piece of the pie, and they've realised that this is actually, it's a very lucrative business, but it's also provides very stable revenues, and that's what they're looking for now, because they've, they've been burnt, by the financial crisis as well. And
well, on that, obviously, as the Middle East editor, you travel to Dubai very frequently, and it did have this rather severe financial crisis a few years back. Has Dubai completely recovered from that now?
Dubai is, it's definitely on the up. Everyone's very positive about its growth momentum. In the last, its GDP was around 4.5, 4.6 last year, which, compared to a few years back, it's obviously staged a big recovery. It's definitely, getting back to the pre-crisis days in terms of its growth. And that's another thing that's driving this GTS business, is a lot of the local corporates that were just single country corporates are now growing across the region. There's 9 to 11 million SMEs within the MENA region that are all starting to grow cross border. And Dubai's also benefited from being a safe haven during the Arab Spring. So there's a lot of growth that's happening across the region, but Dubai is servicing most of that growth.
Okay.
And servicing those transactions for those corporates and businesses.
Okay. Thanks, Melissa. So we've been talking about the transactions business in the Middle East, and in Dubai in particular, where Sibos is being held in September. The Banker will have a special issue for that meeting.